horrific car crash claiming the life of a local mother who was on her way home from a high school reunion.
I just wish people would be more careful and think about other people's lives.
The driver who police say caused the deadly collision is in custody, and we're learning that that's not the only crime he's accused of committing. That man allegedly stole the car he was driving the same night of the crash.
News Channel 5's Kristen Volk following new developments right now in this investigation. Kristen?
Well, Rob, Cleveland police have identified the suspect as Brian Burns Jr., a 19-year-old from Cleveland. He was just arrested today after officers say he ran this red light behind me at Cloverside Avenue and Lee Road, T-boning a Maple Heights woman, killing her as she headed home from her high school reunion.
She was excited about going. She looked so beautiful. She looked so beautiful, and she looked like she was happy getting back on with life.
Family tells me it was just 2 months ago that Shirley Duncan Barnes's husband died. The 49-year-old mother of two had been struggling to move on without him. But family says that Shirley wanted to go to her high school reunion, believing it would help her move on with life. That was Saturday night, a night that started so well, but ended so badly. These photos taken by this woman, a witness, shows Shirley's car inside this brick building on Lee Road. The suspect's car sat wrecked on the street. This witness describes the sound of the crash as if a bomb had gone off. The scene, even worse. She says she stayed with Shirley until help arrived, and it was a moment she says she will never forget.
Every day I just managed to pray over my daughter and my family a little bit more and take time to buckle her seatbelt a little bit tighter every day.
That witness tells me she believes the suspect was going about 95 miles per hour just seconds before the crash happened. Now, that suspect is charged with aggravated robbery, receiving stolen property, and aggravated vehicular homicide. Police tell us that he is in the hospital right now being treated for his injuries and is expected to be in court tomorrow. Live in Cleveland, I'm Kristen Volk, News Channel 5.
Okay, Kristen, thank you. New information right now about a standoff that forced evacuations in a Twinsburg neighborhood. Police are investigating last night's incident as a murder-suicide. Officers say 58-year-old Robert Waltzer of Twinsburg shot and killed 57-year-old Jerry Robinson of Northfield outside his East Idlewood Drive home Sunday night. Waltzer ran back inside, would not come out. After nearly 5 hours, SWAT teams entered that home and found Waltzer dead, a gun lying next to his body. Still unclear how the men knew each other. Right now, police in East Cleveland trying to track down two men who robbed and carjacked a driver at a gas station. It happened just before 11 o'clock Friday night. This is a Sunoco gas station on Euclid Avenue. Surveillance video shows an armed man approaching the vehicle. The driver gets out of the car. Another man robs him. The culprits then drive away. Police tell us they've recovered the stolen vehicle, but the car's expensive rims were missing.
And a Canton man is recovering after he was beaten and robbed outside his art gallery. News Channel 5 spoke exclusively with Tim Carmody. He says he tried to stop two men from urinating on the side of the building, but then they attacked him. Carmody was knocked unconscious and suffered bleeding on his brain. He's hoping someone will come forward with information about his attackers so they can't hurt anyone else. And charges could be filed tomorrow against a juvenile involved in a domestic dispute that led to the death of a Massillon man. Police found the victim unresponsive at a home on Hinderer Avenue Southwest Sunday morning. The incident is under investigation, but police say it appears the man and the juvenile got into an argument and things turned physical. The man was taken to the hospital and died a short time later. And next, a story we brought you first on 5 pieces of Cleveland's history destroyed over the weekend.
Dozens of headstones at the Erie Street Cemetery appear to have been intentionally smashed. Let's take a look at the damage here. Neighbors near the scene believe it happened sometime over the weekend. Erie Street is Cleveland's oldest cemetery. Many of these markers date back to the Civil War era. Several tall obelisk monuments were toppled over, others uprooted. Neighbors who know this cemetery are shocked to see all this damage.
It's Cleveland's heritage, and to somebody to just come in and vandalize it, what does that do? I mean, you knock over a bunch of statues, like, what does that help?
We reached out to Cleveland police about the incident. We have no word yet if an investigation is underway.
Now to the race for the White House. Both presidential candidates are in Ohio laboring for votes this Labor Day. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and their running mates making a number of campaign stops in Northeast Ohio today. Both parties arrived in Cleveland just before noon today. Their planes were parked next to each other on the tarmac at Hopkins Airport, but we're told Clinton and Trump never crossed paths. The Democratic ticket came to town and attended a Labor Day festival at Luke Easter Park. As News Channel 5's Tara Molina showed us, the event focused on celebrating the working family.
Guys, events like this one kick off a critical month on the campaign trail. And today, Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton championed the American worker and working American families like those right here in Northeast Ohio.
We're going to say yes to standing up for workers' rights and dignity, yes to good jobs and benefits, yes to the American dream. It is big enough for everyone to share.
Because this gives us hope. It reminds us why Ohio is important, not just because we just won the championship.
Clinton telling an estimated 3,000 Clevelanders today her priority as a candidate for president is to build an economy that works for everyone, while championing union workers and the working American family, announcing plans to support them through
paid family leave, earned sick days, affordable child care, and finally guaranteeing equal pay for women's work.
What I see Miss Hillary Clinton doing as the next American president is opening the way for females.
Clinton battled allergies throughout her speech, wrapping up by telling the crowd she wants to work for a better tomorrow
that creates the opportunities for every single man, woman, and child.
Clinton kept right on moving after speaking here in Cleveland, heading to Illinois for another Labor Day festival. For more on her speech and the Labor Day Festival here in Cleveland, head to newsnet5.com or our Newsnet 5 app. In Cleveland, Tara Molina, News Channel 5.
All right, thanks, Tara. Former President Bill Clinton also in Ohio today. He's campaigning for his wife in Cincinnati. Mr. Clinton attended a Labor Day picnic this afternoon for union workers at Coney Island. He talked about the importance of the labor movement and how he's worked with it to help create jobs.
Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump and his running mate Mike Pence are making a few campaign stops here in the Buckeye State as well. Earlier today, the GOP ticket met with labor leaders and union workers in Brook Park. During that meeting, Trump spoke about his plans to turn the country's workforce around, saying it's currently a rigged system.
It's incredible what's happening. And right now, as we speak, they're negotiating deals to move out of Ohio and go down to Mexico. So it's going to be a two-way street. And with me, it's got to be a one-way street for a while, I'll be honest with you.
And then after visiting Brook Park, Trump headed to Mahoning Valley, making a stop at the Canfield Fair. Trump's appearance there following a visit from Vice President Joe Biden, who traveled to the fairgrounds there just last week. This holiday weather, much more than fair. Mark Johnson with a first look.
Extraordinary. Have you visited the Greater Cleveland Extraordinary today? Not the fair.
The fair?
Extraordinary. How about Lorraine? Beautiful right now. Blue skies looking north out over Lake Erie. It's 84 in Elyria, 87 in Cleveland to Akron, 85 Canton. We've got lower and middle and upper 80s depending on where you live all across northern Ohio. What a tremendous weekend it has been. Today the warmest day of the weekend, but still not bad. Clouds are out to our west. We'll see a few of those high, thin clouds perhaps after midnight. Tribe taking on, well, not the Marlins, sorry about that. It's the Houston Astros, right? 7 p.m. we're at 81, we're at 79 at 8, you're at 78 at 9, and you're at 75 at 10. You got all that? It's just going to be a comfortable night. That's what you need to know. You've got a clear sky coming your way. Tremendous weather wherever you want to be. Middle 80s at 6, upper 70s at 8, and at 10 p.m. you're still in the lower and middle 70s. Great night for stargazing. How about that, Megan?
Sounds good to me. All right. An Ohio sheriff's deputy is suing the Trumbull County Sheriff's Office, claiming his rights were violated when he was suspended over a controversial Facebook post. Deputy Michael Gear is seeking back pay from his 3-day suspension last year. He's also asking for unspecified financial damages to cover emotional distress. Gear's post was critical of protesters blaming Baltimore police officers following the death of Freddie Gray.
You've probably heard about the NFL star refusing to stand for the national anthem to make a statement about race relations in the U.S. One local community now has decided to make a statement in support of police. Take a look at these flags here flying on the square in downtown Lodi. 5 of these Thin Blue Line American flags were purchased by the Police Advisory Board to show support for police and honor those officers around the country who lost their lives in the line of duty.
We've gotten a pretty good response from the residents of the village. In fact, a lot of homeowners are putting symbols out in their yards, such as signs and blue ribbons, to show their support of the police department.
Of course, when a police officer is killed in the line of duty, officers typically wear a blue stripe over their badge to honor their fallen brothers. Sticker shock at the gas pump. Most drivers saving big bucks, others paying more than ever.
Prices for premium grade gas are skyrocketing. We're looking at why it's so expensive.
Plus, a heartwarming reunion after more than 2 decades apart. Two friends come back together for a great cause.
Comeback kids, Akron soccer team more determined than ever. We spoke with players about their goals for the new season.
And if you see news happening, you can text us, you can email us. It's 5tips@newsnet5.com or tweet us at WEWS. If you took a trip over this holiday weekend, you probably noticed gas prices are down. In fact, prices are at their lowest level since 2004. The national average for a gallon of regular gasoline is $2.21. That is 20 cents cheaper than this time just last year. And since gas prices were low all summer long, the average U.S. household is expected to pocket an extra $320 in savings this year. Good for you. But not all drivers are enjoying those lower gas prices. Those who have cars that need mid-grade or premium gas paying a whole lot more to fill up.
And investigator Jonathan Walsh is digging into that jump at the pump.
Paul Bridge, like many people, drives a European car that says premium fuel only. It wasn't an issue until his most recent fill-up.
And when I got finished, I looked at the receipt and went,
gee, that seems a little high.
He then realized the price of mid-grade and premium gas was a lot more premium than he ever remembers.
So I checked the price differential between the low grade and premium, and I was stunned that it was 50 cents higher.
Like a lot of experienced drivers, Paul remembers when gas used to be priced in 10-cent increments, so that a gallon of premium was never more than 20 cents more than a gallon of regular. You won't catch it when you pull in because many stations now advertise only the price of regular on their big sign.
It used to be like 20 cents higher than regular, and then it was like 30 cents, but man, it's jumped up to be 50 cents now, which is stunning.
Shell has some of the highest price differences, according to the tech blog CNET. We found Shell regular at $2.24, but V-Power Premium at $3.01. Shell tells CNET that, quote, V-Power is costlier than other brands due to its lower friction and extra cleaning agents. Meanwhile, GasBuddy.com says refineries are producing less premium nowadays, so the price is up. So if your car needs more than regular,
wow, I better check the difference.
You might want to check pump prices, not just sign prices, before filling up. What else can you do? See if your car requires premium or just suggests it. If it is suggested, downgrade to mid-grade. I'm investigator Jonathan Walsh, News Channel 5.
And Parma is considering a moratorium on Ohio's new medical marijuana law, which goes into effect this Thursday. City officials plan to discuss the measure at a meeting tomorrow night. If the moratorium passed, Parma will join a growing list of communities temporarily suspending medical marijuana sales to establish rules about growing and processing the drug. Now to a story you'll see only on 5. In the midst of Labor Day celebrations, a special reunion between two longtime friends in Akron.
Carmen Harris and Stephanie Singleton haven't seen each other in more than 25 years. They reconnected through Facebook after Carmen was diagnosed with stage 4 liver and colon cancer. Carmen's friend Stephanie came all the way from California to walk with her in East Akron's Labor Day parade and raise awareness.
I'm always inspired by Carmen, and more so inspired by her today and her presence being here in the parade.
God put us together, I believe, because we have the same spirit. And I think this is my calling now.
Carmen's friend Stephanie created a fundraiser. It's called Carmen's Angels. It's meant to help offset medical expenses. And if you would like to help out, we have a link to donate on our NewsNet 5 app. Now we get to some serious monkey business here. A woman is turning to social media to find the owner of that stuffed animal right there. She posted this picture of the toy on her Facebook page yesterday. She found it in the parking lot at the Cleveland National Air Show. The woman's post has now been shared nearly 3,000 times, so take a good look here. Hopefully the monkey will be reunited soon with its owner. Somebody knows that little guy, right?
That's Curious George.
That's who that is?
I know him, but he's not mine.
No?
It looks like he's been loved, for sure.
I think so.
Well-loved guy.
Yeah.
So are you, by the way, with this weather. Congratulations.
The checks are just flowing in to somebody, right?
Right.
I think you've been cashing them. I haven't seen them.
Not this cowboy.
We love this kind of weather. You know it's limited because fall is in 3 weeks.
That's
the
all
official
right.
start of fall.
It's better than the alternative.
We've got 90s, though, this week coming
That's
our
all right,
way.
too.
So here we go. Let's get right to it. Let's talk about the heat coming in and how nice an evening it's going to be all across the area. Here's a live look at downtown Cleveland. Look at that. Clear skies, bright sunshine, should be a great sunset, and no rain. 5 live radars, no waiting. This is ground clutter. Don't worry about that. Dry weather everywhere you go here in northern Ohio. We've got temps in the 80s, 85 Canton, 83 Youngstown, 85 in Mansfield. Now, we're dry. Cloud cover. We got a few little clouds around Lansing, sliding in toward Detroit, a few little high, thin clouds up toward Toledo and Bowling Green. I'm thinking mainly clear skies covers everybody, and the Tribe taking on the Stros tonight. There we go. 81 degrees at 7, and by 10 p.m., you're still in the mid-70s. No excuse not to root on our Tribe. First place Indians were 23 games above 500. Sorry about that, sports lady. I'm doing her sports. Sorry about that. 80, mid-80s through 6 p.m. How about upper 70s by 8 and a comfortable lower and middle 70s by 10 p.m. Here's our current look, our live video showing dew points still in the 50s. Humidity is manageable with that, with a northwesterly breeze 7 miles per hour. I think tomorrow we see those dew points go up into the mid-60s again, so that means humidity is going up as well. So get ready for that. It's going to become muggier, and the heat's coming our way. There's some 90-degree temps right down in here, and guess where those are headed? Right up toward Greater Cleveland. Mentor had 90 degrees today. Cleveland hit 89. So all in all, the heat's coming. Let's show you St. Louis. Lower 90s there. There's 88. We had 88 for a high in Cincinnati, but Cleveland hit 89 degrees at 3 p.m. So one more degree to hit 90. I think we can do that, Lauren Brill. I think we can. We got two highs, one here and one here. That's protecting us from all inclement weather. It's been doing its job all weekend long. Here is Hermine, not a tropical storm anymore, a subtropical low, but it's going to slide a little farther west. So Long Island up to Nantucket, you're going to see some pretty heavy surf and some high winds up to 50 miles per hour until that thing finally kicks out on Wednesday. For us, don't worry about it. Hermine, starshine, moonshine, 69 degrees, mainly clear, dry and quiet. Tomorrow, let's bring it on. 90 degrees, hazy sunshine, top down, sun's out, hot and dry. Akron, Canton, 65 tonight, 89 to 90 tomorrow, with mainly sunny skies, 7-day. How about this? 3 days in a row where we'll flirt with 90. Can't rule out an isolated storm Wednesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon. Saturday, the day will most likely have the highest chance for rain. Scattered storms, 81.
Top may be back off soon, sir. Thank you very much. Yes. Let's talk sports now. Lauren Brill's here. Hi.
Hey guys, well, the Akron Zips are a top-ranked team in the nation as far as soccer goes. We caught up with them. Plus, the Browns getting ready for their first game of the regular season. We'll hear about their preparation after the break, so stay with us. The Browns' first game of the regular season just around the corner. It's this Sunday in Philadelphia against the Eagles. Browns head coach Hugh Jackson saying the focus this week is not... The Browns' first game of the regular season is just around the corner. It's this Sunday in Philadelphia against the Eagles. Browns head coach Hugh Jackson saying the focus this week is not on the competition, but on themselves.
You know, they have good defense, I know that for sure, and they have good players on offense, and Carson's a very talented young man, but at the same time, it's not going to be about them, it's going to be about us. It's about our focus and our preparation and how we go through our process during the week to get ready to play.
The Akron Zips soccer team is nothing short of impressive. Well, they suffered an upset last Friday, losing to San Diego State, and an even more difficult loss in last year's College Cup. The team is determined to reach the top this year.
Short run again. It's saved. It's read like a book. It's over. Stanford will go to the NCAA Men's College Cup Final.
The Akron Zips men's soccer team remembers the heartbreak of last year, losing in the semifinals of the College Cup in penalty kicks.
I think everyone just bought into a philosophy of just working, and we had the heartbreak of last year, and I think that's just motivated us to continue working and push.
This year they return as a top-ranked team in the nation.
And we have a tremendous culture where guys can learn and grow as players and develop, and then the training's so intense and that's just a great environment for growth and development.
The program has been able to remain strong even after losing its former coach, Caleb Porter, a few years back to Major League Soccer.
Change direction here a little bit. He learned a lot about how to run a program, top program, the stuff on and off the field, and then just mentality you need to win day in and day out, how you have to train.
Akron has attracted players from all over the world. Currently, there are more than a dozen international players on the roster.
Of course, the style of soccer is different according to each country, and also in terms of being and understanding how the other people live is also very nice and enriching for us.
With a fast-paced style of play, the team using last year to help fuel them to reach their goal this year.
That's the main focus. We win a national championship.
And tonight they'll take on UCLA at UCLA, and of course the Indians hosting the Astros tonight.
Won how many in a row?
6.
6 in a row.
They could sweep this homestand if they take 4 from the Astros. How
about this?
Let's go. Yeah. I believe.
Beautiful night for baseball. Beautiful night for just about anything we're doing outside.
Get outside.
Tonight.
You're in the 70s through the evening. Clear skies.
Another great one on tap tomorrow. We'll see you right back here tonight at 11 o'clock.